This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
It is a nice and cool night across central Illinois. Very spring-like afternoon for us. Those temperatures getting into the 60s and 70s with overall light winds. We've got a boundary, though, that's sneaking in from the north and east. Yes, north and east here, moving south and west here. That's bringing some 40s onto the table already. 46 in Watsika, 48 in Champaign, still 56 down the road, though, in Effingham. As we see those winds, they've turned a little more out of the east here. That's brought some cooler air in to the region, but there'll be more out of the south by tomorrow. That's going to bring some warmer temperatures. We'll start out Saturday in the upper 30s and low 40s in most spots. Saturday is warm but breezy, and Sunday will bring the chance for some showers. We'll talk about how that could impact your weekend and take a look at rain chances next week. That and more as WCIA 3 News at 10 starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
4 people are in the hospital after a house fire this week. Who's reminding others of the importance of smoke detectors?
Plus, it was just in the nick of time how a deputy saved one man's life.
And it's a mistake that could cost homeowners in one city a lot of money. What a village forgot to do.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Change your clocks, change your batteries. Keep that same messaging we've had for years.
That is the message from the fire department. Always make sure you have a working smoke alarm because it could save your life. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. A family was seriously hurt in a fire in Champaign this week.
The department said only one smoke alarm sounded at the time of the fire, so they're warning people to check their fire detectors. WCIA 3's Bryce Bement joins us. So, Bryce, some homes simply don't have them.
That's right. Some older homes may not, for example, and others may forget to change their batteries, which can be life-threatening.
These provide us those extra seconds we need to get out of that home safely.
And those extra seconds are crucial during a house fire. The Champaign Fire Department encourages everyone to install smoke detectors in their home. But one is not enough.
In that bedroom, in case that door's closed, in that common corridor or hallway outside the bedroom. That way it protects that egress.
Randy Smith with the Champaign Fire Department also says to make sure there's one in each bedroom and one on each floor. He says this can help too when people are sleeping.
Because remember, we work against smoke rising. So we've got to keep them in multiple places to help people get out in a timely fashion.
And for one Champaign woman, hearing that people still don't have a smoke alarm hits home for her.
2016, we lost our boy to a fire here locally in town. And since then, we've been kind of on a mission to help get smoke alarms in all the homes that don't have them here in town.
She teamed up with the Champaign Fire Department to help install smoke detectors in people's homes. But COVID put a stop to her plans.
So there's really no reason that a home should go without having one.
But after hearing about the Thursday fire, she's trying to get smoke detectors in homes.
There's no reason. The smoke alarms are there. We can get it installed. Let's make it happen.
She said she has plenty of smoke alarms from donations and encourages people to reach out to her if they need one.
Our way of bringing good out of devastation and feeling like we're helping and contributing back to the community.
She says it's not worth losing a life.
The devastation of a life because of just a smoke alarm, I said it already, it's such a small price to pay for the life.
The fire department and Sheehan used to work together to install the detectors, but COVID made it difficult to go into homes. They hope to figure something out for the future. If you need help installing or need an alarm, they encourage you to reach out to them. Jessica?
All right, Bryce, thank you. The fire department encourages families to have evacuation plans and practice them. They say the plan should have 2 ways to get out of every room in the house and a meeting place for when you do get out.
A firefighter who served others for more than 2 decades is now getting support from the community as he battles Alzheimer's. Tony Vespo worked for the fire department for 27 years, and he taught kids about firefighting at Richland. He retired in 2017 because of a neck injury, and after leaving the department, he developed Alzheimer's. He's 54 years old. His sister-in-law set up a fundraiser to help the family with health care needs.
It's important because when you come here, you're part of our family, and when you retire, it doesn't mean you stop being part of our family. So, you know, it was a fellow brother who needed help, and that's what we do, and that's what the guys are doing.
The fire chief says Vespa's condition has been getting worse. Some members have been helping take care of his home and yard. Quick thinking by one deputy saved a man's life just outside Taylorville. He woke up a driver who was passed out seconds before a train would have hit that man's car that was sitting on the tracks. It took Deputy Andy Voorhees 3 tries to wake up the man. When he did, the man took his foot off the brake and slammed the accelerator, getting off the tracks and giving Voorhees enough time to clear out, too.
I did the job that every one of my guys I work with would have done. There's nothing I did I got put in position to be there first. That's all it come down to, you know.
The driver was arrested following the incident for a suspected DUI. Deputy Voorhees arrested the same guy 2 years ago on a DUI charge as well.
New at 10, the Illinois Attorney General's office says they were the target of a ransomware attack. They say this attack was first discovered on April 10th when employees could not access the office's network. The office is working with federal law enforcement to investigate the attack, and they're working on rebuilding the network. They say they aren't sure what was targeted exactly, but they say the office does have access to people's private information. We have more details on this attack on WCIA.com. An Inspector General report showed a string of failures led to 36 veterans dying from COVID in the LaSalle Veterans Home. The outbreak there started in November. The report said the then director of the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs abdicated her responsibilities during and before the outbreak. House Minority Leader Jim Durkin wants more answers.
There has to be accountability for the loss of 36 of our valued heroes who were entrusted in this home, and I will not accept anything less than another set of eyes to look at the facts of this case to determine whether or not any section of the criminal code was violated.
Governor Pritzker said today if he knew then what he knows now, he would never have appointed Linda Chapalavia to that position.
Let's take a look at today's COVID numbers. The state's reporting 3,200 new cases. 33 more people have died. The 7-day positivity rate is 4%. More than 103,000 people were vaccinated yesterday. The 7-day average is close to 93,000. More than 31% of the state is fully vaccinated. And Carl will start offering walk-in vaccine appointments this Sunday at Kohl's Plaza in Champaign. Walk-in appointments can be made anytime during normal clinic operating hours. This is for anyone 16 and up who lives or works in Champaign County. Appointments can be made in advance by calling the number on your screen.
A program in Macon County is helping build a better community. It's called Macon County Heals and is run by the Child First Center. Victims of domestic violence, witnesses to shootings, and people who have experienced other traumatic events are given the resources they need to move forward.
When you face trauma and you do the counseling and the therapy related to the traumatic experience, you can heal and move on and have a healthy life.
The program is for people up to age 25. Several agencies, including the Sheriff's Office, Police Department, and Growing Strong Sexual Assault Center, are all part of it. Hundreds of people in Fisher may have to pay more in property taxes. The village missed a deadline to file some necessary paperwork. The county treasurer says the tax rate increased from around 7% to 10%. The village mayor would not speak with us on camera, but put out a statement saying some paperwork should have been filed by the village to the county and wasn't. The village and county are working together to fix the issue.
At this point, we're reacting and trying to fix the problem, and hopefully make sure it doesn't happen again.
She is working with the village, the Champaign County clerk, and an IT department to find solutions. They hope people won't have to pay the increase, but they can't make any guarantees at this point. Fisher is having a special meeting on Sunday at 1 p.m. about this.
It's a town with kids in mind, how a police department is using it to educate them.
Plus, they help pets find their forever homes. Now they're getting a new home, too.
Jacob, temperature's going to be rising this weekend, but that's not all.
They are. In fact, you know what Saturday is, don't you?
The 1st of May.
The 1st of May. In fact, when you were in NSYNC, you know, the 6th man, Paul, the song, It's Gonna Be Me, well, it sounds like it's gonna be May, so maybe we can get Paul to sing that for us. In the meantime, temperatures are climbing into the weekend. We've got upper 70s, even lower 80s on the board for you. We'll talk about that, but we'll talk about the wind and rain chances, that and more, coming up after this.